family calling from Dumfries. Right on, man.
Yeah, in Scotland, man. When was the last time you were in Scotland?
It's been too long, my man.
You're going to get back at some point, hopefully?
Yes.
That'd be brilliant.
Got some cool offers on the table right now, so I'm trying to figure out how to get to everywhere that I possibly can.
Oh, brilliant. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Sure.
Again, thanks very much. But I don't want to dwell on Metallica too much, but the 30th anniversary shows at the Fillmore seem to have been a bit of a catalyst in reigniting your passion for playing music again. Is that fair to say?
As far as taking it to the level past just the Chop House improv jam thing and our little projects and stuff, take it to the next level, put my name on it, bring it out there for everybody to really check out in a serious way. Yes, the fans absolutely re-inspired me, reignited me to do it again.
Yeah, I was doing a bit of research and I saw a quote from James Hetfield saying about how at the shows the fans' faces lighting up when he came on the stage. It must be quite nice to be able to stand up there after all these years away and still be able to ignite that passion in the fans as well.
Yeah, I guess, looking at it that way. Yeah, man, I hadn't tasted that sweetness for a long, long time, and just got to have some great fun through the past decade, with the Ozzy stuff and Voivod and whatever like that,
Yeah.
And we did what we did in the underground and having our fun with the very truest of metal,
Yeah.
But this stuff is a whole different bag now, and the fan response, the reconnection with the fans. I spent so much time in my career with the eye level eye thing with fans and meeting people and listening to their stories and
Yeah.
stuff. To have this rekindled, it's really enlightening, man, to be able to get onto the internet and get to the corners of the world and get the positive reaction back from people. It feels pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's great to see you back. But the metal EP's just dropped. Has the reception you've received so far from it has exceeded any hopes or expectations you might have had?
Well, I got to be really honest. Since what we were just talking about, I haven't been amongst it for quite a while in a real manner, and so I was trying to keep my expectations very reasonable. And everybody around me was really digging the music, and everybody we played it for kind of across the world is going, dude, you got some here, dude, you got some here.
Yeah.
But since I'm the leader now, and my name's on it, I really had to keep my hat on, and I had to keep everybody in check.
Well, that's something
Pardon?
Sorry, that was something it's obviously a big statement of intent from yourself by putting, the actual Newsted name on it. Does that kind of signal your intentions with this band and it going forward, and it's obviously something personal to you to actually, stamp your name on top of it?
Yeah, that's how it kind of worked out, and I think it's really appropriate this time. This is the first time that I wrote all the songs top to bottom on all the instruments, and then all the lyrics, and then singing lead vocal and playing guitar and bass in studio and live. We're going to switch back and forth, so I'm going to be playing some guitar, too, for the first time. So assuming some new roles in this band and all that, but it was very appropriate that I put my name on it because this is the first time I've went that full with the whole process.
Mm-hmm. Well, would you say this is probably the most involved in a songwriting process, since Doomsday for the Deceiver all those years ago?
Yes. The Voivod stuff was pretty complex and intense, but as far as from all of my learning and experiences and privileges that I got to play with so many different great players. Now, after 30 years of playing with so many different styles of music and great players, I've been able to regurgitate all that stuff that I took in, and this is what we got on the Metal EP and the other songs to follow. It's just, the first time that I kind of dug way deep and really, brought out what I do best. I mean, I'm old school metal guy. That's what I spent the most time doing, and so that's what we have on these songs. It's absolutely, that's all that it is. Nothing groundbreaking, just the real deal, man.
Yeah, it's kind of got a very sort of, Bay Area 80s throw, but then leading into the more intricate.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying.
Really raw, we want to be able to just play it for you right there in front of your face. Don't want to make it too complex or anything. It's not, man, that's my guitar riffing and everything. I played all the rhythm guitars on all the records, and so it's just, man, I hammer out a couple of chords on guitar as hard as I can. I play like a bass player on the top four strings of the guitar.
Yeah.
Just kind of rock through it. So that's what you get. It is kind of a simple thing, but raw is the word that I like the best because it's powerful like that, and it is. It goes back to like a fresh start almost, going back to what I know the best.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of refreshing to hear some songs that, you know, they're not. It's got that rawness that you're saying about it. It's quite refreshing to actually see something that isn't like production to kind of take something away from it if there's too much production to it.
Yeah, because we're used to just doing kind of improv slabs of metal and just rocking through something. When we get on something we like, we just play the hell out of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is, transferred. We were, there's a couple factors that I think lend to the immediacy of the songs. For the first time, I got really turned on to the GarageBand on my iPad, you know, and that's how I made all of these songs. And
right.
Because I had it, I was able to capture them the second that they came to me.
Yeah.
That's why they feel like that. Oh, man, they're rolling, you know, they're intense and they're deep, yet they're still really just right there in your face, not trying to be too tricky or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Just get on a groove and rock it out, you know.
Oh, it's very groovy.
That's kind of how we have developed this band. The 5 years that the three of us have been actually trying to make some kind of noise.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we captured a pretty good product with that. And the secret, I think, or one of them at least, the factors in this thing, a guy named Anthony Fox that worked on Aerosmith records and some other pretty big pop records and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. He also mixed all of the songs for Metallica on Guitar Hero.
Oh, right.
He came in, we did 2 weeks in this little farmhouse in California, and he just captured what I was just talking about. He was able to get us doing what we do just like that. We got a good moment on a few things. You don't always get that when you're recording, and sometimes you got to search for that for quite a while.
You've kind of got a spontaneity doing this.
We're well rehearsed and stuff, so we got to tip our hats to Anthony for coming up with what you were talking about, the just enough production to make it metal, you know.
And it kind of keeps it personal as well. It's, you know, these days there's so much that's just so polished. It sounds too perfect sometimes.
I'm glad. That's a great personal. It really is a personal thing, man. This truly is another labor of love, just kind of in a different realm a little bit. You know, the Echo Brain thing was absolutely labor of love for just the music and the kids, and I appreciate it. And Voivod, labor of love because the respect out of those people. You know, and a lot of the things that I've been doing have been like that. This is that in another way, but a little bit more intense this time. And, you know, I don't know, just having so much fun at this time.